Welcome back to Last Cast. Join us today on a small mill pond, and what I'm going to try to do today, I'm going to fish for some tench. There's meant to be some decent tench in here. I don't think I'm going to get many bites, to be honest. I don't know if you can hear the water coming in, but the last few weeks it's just poured down. Loads of cold water's gone in. There's no fish topping hardly at the moment, and it's first thing in the morning, and this time of year, you know, June, halfway into June, there should be some more fish topping than this. So it's going to might be the world's shortest video. I'm going to give it a go. A bit of a stocking fill of this one. So I've just got a standard 13-foot rod, got 8-pound line on a Shimano reel. Just a standard float. It's quite a heavy one just in case I have to go a bit further out. And I've got 4-pound bottom on. I've got a Drennan carp maggot hook on. So they're quite strong. If I get a carp on, there's quite a few carp in here. And you know, I've got the chances of catching a carp. I've also got a margin pole, and I put a bit of bait down here, and I'm going to try to fish that later on. It looks a bit snaggy, but you know, there might be some coming there. It's only about 3 or 4 foot deep there, and you can see I'm fishing probably 4.5 foot deep there. So it's not too deep. I put some bait in about 40 minutes ago, and you know, when you get fishing, you swim, you see the bait, you know, churning up, but there's nothing churning up, so there's nothing there. So I think it's a case of probably going to get a few bites today. You know, there's some big tension here. You're not going to get them like on a commercial. It's a sort of natural lake this. You know, they were stocked probably 10 years ago, and they're probably just breeding in here, the fish. I've got your standard baits. I've got hemp. I put that in the ground bait, and the ground bait were just roach bait really. I just thought so I could bind all the things. The strawberry sweet corn. What I'm going to do is, I've never caught anything on strawberry sweet corn before, so I'm just going to try that. It's maybe a good tench bait. Normal sweet corn, maggots, red and white maggots, and you know, if I can't get all of them, sweet corn and that, I'll put maggots on because it's a standard bait. I'll keep chucking a bit in the edge as well. And I've got some casters. They're being frozen, these casters. I had to freeze them to get here. Well, I don't know if they'll be any good. So I'll just keep chucking a bit of bait out and see how we get on. Like I say, it's probably going to be a couple of bites today, maybe. You know, I'm going to struggle. We fished it yesterday further down, and we started catching, but it was in the evening when we started catching. So let's, I'll get one out and see if we can catch a fish. I don't think there's anything there at the moment. Right, ready to cast out now. I'm going to put a piece of red sweet corn on. I've just been thinking if I get a carp on, it'll probably go into these bushes here, so I'm going to have to struggle on. I don't know if I'll get one out on 4-pound bottom. You know, there's probably some big carp in here. Seen a few cruising about over in the margin, over there. Nothing here. I'll get cast out. Some trees above us, so I'll have to watch that. And it's a case of just waiting now. That's where my bait was. I'll just see if I can get them. I'll probably have to see when the fish comes in the swim, so I'll get ready then. I've got the drag set just in case I get one of them big carp on. But I'll probably have to hold it back if it tries to go in there. It may snap me, but if it goes in the bush, I ain't got a chance of getting it. I can't see any sign of movement of fish or anything at the moment. So you don't mean to say no down there. And it's going to be red hot today. It's about 9 o'clock now. And I'll probably fish till dinner time. It'll probably be too hot then, and I might come back. Might have to do it in 2 parts. So come back in the evening and just fish in the evening again. Just had a bit of a knock then. Which is strange because I can't see the bait, but can't see. It's going to go in a minute. I'll have to think because May. Right, I've got something on now. My finger just collapsed. It's not a tench this. Well, it could be. Yeah, it might. It's nodding like a tench now. thought it was a carp at first. It feels like a decent fish if it is. And that was a couple of minutes, that. I was surprised. I thought I was in for waiting a while for this one. I thought it would be rod rest collapse, and I thought it was the rod rest collapsing with a bit of a knock, and then it just sank. It's not a carp, because a carp, but I don't think it is. I've got a big carp net. You've got to have a big carp net on this fishery if you get one, and there's a cradle behind us. But if it's a tench, I'll be alright with this net. I'm not even sure if it's a tench. If it's a carp, I don't think it's hooked. And you see the bend in the rod. It's going now. I think it's probably a carp. I'll try to hold it back from them. It would have been better if it were a tench, because that's the target fish. So you can't grumble if you get a bite so fast. Yeah, it's not a tench, this. I have to try to hold it back. If it's a tench, it might be a PB. I know there's some big ones in here. Try to get some line back. It's quite far out now. If it edged towards them trees, I think it's a goner. It's shaking a bit like a tench, but not too much. I haven't seen it yet. I think it could be. I think there's probably a couple of catfish in here, and might can't see it being a catfish. Yeah, it must be a carp. It's a good tench if it's a tench. I don't even think it knows it's hooked, whatever it is. Can't be a tench. That's the last time I'm saying it. It's definitely a carp. Going through my swim now, go wreck the swim. Okay. It's quite a big carp on all this. We'll have to get the other net. Let's see if I can. It's a mirror carp. I'm a bit surprised I got this straight away. It's heading to the edge now where there's quite a few snags. It's not the target species, but if I get it out, I'll be on to a good start. I don't think it's got. It's probably about 8 or 9 pound this. Maybe even bigger. Just hope this hook holds up, 4 pound bottom. It's a carp maggot hook, Drennan. I use these all the time, and they're quite strong. Like I said, I've got 8 pound main line on. I've got a chance, as long as it doesn't, it's gone. Just took me float now before it's gone, come on. A bit of an update now. Been fishing for about 3 hours now. I've only had them 2 bites. Them carp. And I've just been back and got my carp rods and my pod. I'm going to set that up after tea. If I don't get any more bites, I'll have another hour on this and then see what happens. I've got the maggots on, sprinkle some maggots out. There's some big roach and rudd in here. I should easily take them. But they're just not showing at the moment. You get the feeling they're spawning, but you know they should have spawned by now. I'll just see if I can get. I've got a red and a white maggot on. You know, it's classic that. You should get a bite on it. But because I've upped the line to 4 pound, you know, the silvers probably can see it. But I don't go any smaller than 4 to get a tench on. And it's not looking good at the moment. I suspect later on, if I keep putting bait in and get the carp rods in, I'll probably get a carp or 2. You know, if we're on a commercial now with them maggots on it, it'd be straight under. So it's just a natural law of this. The fish were stocked in it. I've got a bit of a lift, and I've got something on here. It's a silver, I think. It's not a carper. I was just saying, that's a nice, decent roach, which is a bit of a surprise. I thought I wasn't going to get in there. It's not massive. I have to watch that tree above me, but it's a fish, and it's the first fish I've got out. I've gone to maggot. It's not the biggest fish in the world, but it's a nice. It's probably never been caught, that one. A nice roach. I ain't got to keep it today, you know. No point putting them in tench and stuff. I'll just get them out and show them. So that's the first fish after that. If I'm getting them now and again, at least I'm getting bites. It just shows that some of them do take on a big hook. They don't get fish for the silvers in here. So I'm happy just to fish for some silvers at the moment. If a tench comes along, it's happy to have my bait. All the better. You know, the carp will come and take the maggot as well. Need to probably get my catapult out. I might start feeding, got some hemp. There's them roach there, start feeding hemp. I'll just sink the line a bit. Recast that. I'm putting it on the rest because the bites, you know, I'm not getting fast bites. Not yet, anyway. Let's got to the bottom now. Let's see if we can get another bite. Right, into a fish now. Yeah, it's another silver. It's probably been about 30 minutes since I had that last one. It's a rudd, this one, I think. But the bites, you know, you're just not getting many of them. It's a little fat rudd. And double maggot, red and white. It's in mint condition. That's probably never been caught in here. Beautiful fish, but the bites are thick and, well, not thick and fast. They're just not there, to be honest. I'm going to stick it out till I have my tea, and then I'm going to chuck a load of bait in, go for my tea, and then I'm going to put my carp rods in and wait. I suspect there's carp coming in and out of the swim and it's spooking the other fish, unless there's just not many silvers in this area. They're a nice rod, you know, it's don't mind catching them. I don't think the tench are going to show up till later on now. And we'll see if I can get these. If I can get these rudd feeding, I'll roach and rudd. The tench might come in. Let's see. Try not putting any corn in and keep the carp away. Yeah, I'm getting another little bite there, so there's fish in the swim now. I'm getting a bit of a lift bite, strike on that, and this feels like a tench. And it was a classic lift bite. You can see how the rod's nodding. It's telling me that's a tench and not one of them carp, and it's not shooting off. It feels like a good fish. I'll have to watch that tree. Maybe this is the way to go, not put the it's an eel. Can you believe it? And eels sometimes feel like tench. That's the only problem now with the maggot. It's not a massive one, but it's going to take some more nooking. It's not one of my favourite fish. I caught a massive one the other week, and I think this one's probably swallowed the hook. At least it's a bite. Sometimes I get one of these, wish it want a bite. It's just so hard to get in the net. I might bite through the line. I don't think I'll be showing this one to camera. Anyone who's ever caught an eel knows what it's like. Get them in them nets. Making a bit of a... I just don't want to go in that net. Just snap my float. It's all going wrong. Just can't get in. Oh, at last. Very difficult to get in them. I'll just get the float as well. I think it's snapped off at the bottom. But it's a fish. And we'll see where the hook is. I think that float might be good to go again. Get the discarder out for this one. And let's see where the hook is. I'm just going to get, I can't pick it up, I'm just going to get it back in. Oh my God. Don't know what that'll look like on camera. Bit of a nightmare. Now I'll get the foil back on and then I'll get cast out again. Let's strike on that. This feels like another eel. I think that's probably me done if it is. It's not a tench because it's just not shooting off. But I have been wrong. Definitely an eel. Yeah, it's even bigger. Nightmare scenario. I think I might have one more go after this. We'll get another eel. I don't think it's the same one, I think it's bigger. I think it's probably time to get the carp rods out. Unless I just put some corn on again, stop fishing maggots. It's probably swallowed the hook. Yeah, it's swallowed the hook and all this one. Excuse the language. Bit frustrating this. Got a bit of a knock there. Right, I've just got a fish on. Right out in the middle. It looks like a nice roach. Maybe they're just all in the middle and up in the water. It's not a bad roach, that. Mint condition. Like I said, just trying to work this water out. There doesn't seem to be anything on the bottom. You get the odd big fish. Mint condition roach. And I chucked a few maggots in at the side and just seen a snake or something having a go. I think it was a grass snake. I'll get this out again. I might end up getting a few fish here. It could be a big, massive shoal out there, and you just can't There's nothing topping, so I'm not sure. That bite were instant, so I'll just see if yeah, another one straight out there. This feels like a nice fish, this. The netter, I think. Putting a good scrap up, a decent roach or rod. Not seen it properly yet. This is definitely a silver. It's a roach, nice size roach. Well, what a difference that makes. I'm getting caught in the tree, I'll have to remember that tree's up there. It's a fair size, that roach. It's hooked right in the top lip. That's a fair old size roach, that. And I've got 2 fish and 2 casts out in the middle up in the water. Nice fish. And I'm happy catching them. I'll fire some more maggots out, keep them interested. I think I've probably forgot about me. About my tench line now from catching them. Get another maggot on. Red maggots using. Right, and into another roach now, I think. It's like a decent one. Took a while after that first roach to get another fish. And it's a pike. The pike's just had it. And there's meant to be no pike in here, but there's definitely pike in here. That pike got that one then. And you see where it's bleeding there. Little jack. And you see the mark across. One of the eels I got earlier, that had been caught and all by pike. So I've been told there's no pike in here, and confirmed that the pike is definitely a pike. So I'd hold it for a while.